Hey guys, it's Lucid. Welcome back. We're jumping back into Atlas Shrugged, where I am playing Hinnom. It's turn 33, my current turn. And I have done a bit of a marathon recording session getting caught up to where I am. I hope I stay caught up. I think the episodes are better when they're closer to real time. Anyway. Here we go. Signed a nap with Theodorus. If they decide to attack you, we'll break it. Message from Machaka. So Machaka is not interested in going in on Theodorus. Smolderstone. Okay, so Miklin is finally attacking this throne. So indeed he was moving the army here. And we see there's a few things we can take note of. He's prophetized his Holy 3, so he's got Holy 4, which, you know, it's kind of meh. These Aussies, so he's got Blood going, and the Aussies do not have all the same weaknesses that the Jaguar Warriors do. These guys are 10 or 9 MR, 10, I think they're 10 MR. They must be in Drain or something, yeah. Or Magic Scales. So, these guys have 15, so they tend to kind of not get hit by Vine Shield and stuff as much. He does not have magic weapons, and that is going to be a big weakness for him, though. But this is an extremely killy character. Yeah. The attack skill is also fairly high. They're going to be very vulnerable to repel, though, because they have very poor defense. So, the attacks that do go through... the problem is these will kind of deplete my defense, I think. So we'll see. I think with Ethereal, because they do not have magic weapons, we will still be okay. Oh wait, no, they do have magic weapons. How did I not see that? Okay, so Ethereal's not going to work. Huh, I'm actually glad I just did this recording. We are not going to be quite as strong against them as I thought. Yeah, magic weapons is a big deal. And maybe I noticed that it just didn't, like, register with me before. The main thing, though, I think, is that all these guys have shitty defense. And shitty defense is what's going to matter a lot when you're doing the repel checks. Because basically, if the repel happens, there's going to be my attack versus your defense, basically. And then what's left over is going to do a check against their morale. And we have 13 morale for these guys. We have 15 morale for the Eagle Warriors, so a little higher. But still not terribly high, and then 30 morale for these guys. So the Aussies actually are going to do a lot. They're going to... I don't know if the repel build's going to work against them. 30 morale is probably a bit too high. These guys are... I'm going to need super high protection for the Aussies, and that's definitely something we can do. Have to see, though. That is super high morale. So, anyway, we'll watch him kill this Thorn. A bunch of barbs. Nothing too fancy coming out from the mages. And then the Aussies fly down and they murder everything. So, that's a fair amount of Sacreds, too. We get some population, which is nice. But unfortunately, we lost even more. So that sucks. So this province that we got it, they came from here. Basically, we had a disease, they left here, some of them moved here. Not really a great trade. But we did get some extra gold in Belfield. It's not quite making up for that population loss, but okay. Though Belfield's is not technically mine yet, so I guess losing population, it would have been a bad event for Abyssia, but now it's really a bad event for me. We have broken through the fort at Belfield's and cured an affliction. So, I think very shortly, we've also finished a lab here, and so we're starting to get Jade Sorceresses, and with that we'll be able to forge underwater gear, and with that conquer Theodorus. So, I don't know what the threshold's going to be. Probably like a ring or two of water breathing on, like, I think probably having 3 Melkorts storming around underwater. Or when I think I'll be ready for that is when I'll declare war. We have a nap 3. I probably need a fair amount of Dawn Guard. Probably like 40 of them would be good with a bunch of Horites behind them to kind of fill in the gaps. That would do pretty good, I think, against these guys. Ideally, I think that's another reason to go enchantment, because dropping anti-magic is going to really reduce the outlay of these armies. I'm going to try to avoid army-on-army fights, but yeah. And also, yeah, I think actually we're going to change our priorities a little bit. I was going to go up Thaumaturgy. I think we're going to go ahead and get... So Alteration 5 is really important for Iron Warriors. Enchantment 4 is important for Twiceborn and for anti-magic, which is going to be important against Theodorus. Thaumaturgy 3 for sight searching. Maybe, I forget what 4 is. Auspex, which may be good. Yeah, that's probably good. I probably am going to do Auspex. But it's a lot of air gems. Though air boosters are really hard to get. I'm not sure, and I've already done air 2. Yeah, I don't think we're going to cast Auspex. Gnome Lore. I think we're just going to march around. I don't think we're going to actually do these. So 3 is probably high enough. Augury, I guess I can cast. I don't know. We might not even do it. I think you can waste a lot of gems doing remote sight searching. I'm not against it, and I'll probably do it situationally, but I don't know if I'm going to do it generally. I think we can kill this too. Should we go ahead and kill it? I think we probably should, actually. No, I think we're going to take our time. We're going to sight search, and then next turn we'll come over here and kill this, which Abyssia has gifted to me. He wants me to claim it, so I push my Dominion here, but whatever. And we're also still pretending like we're at war, and I think to everyone else who doesn't know we're at peace, it looks like we're at war, and it looks like I'm doing okay. If Micklin sees that maybe I'm not doing as bad as I said I was, and then he attacks me, that's actually okay. We have the tools, I think, to deal with it. Though I need to start, I think, building some of my first... well, okay, what do we have? We have this. What I don't have... I do not have yet any of the armors that I'm going to need. So, there's a few things we're doing. One is we've started blood hunting here. I don't have any guys patrolling, so I'm moving half of these guys back here to patrol. I'm keeping half of them here because I know I have a lot of unrest here. I'm going to patrol that unrest down here next turn. We're storming the castle just with these two guys. They're going to get Body Ethereal. This guy's going to stick around, Twist Fate, and Personal Luck. During some of those battles, I didn't really show it because I didn't click on retreat details, but I did lose a few of my fluffers in the retreat. I think like 2 or 3, which is a bit annoying. You know, it's a few hundred gold. Yeah. And I think that's about it. We're continuing to site, so we're site searching here for Earth 3 and Fire 3, so hopefully we find a site. Here we're site searching for Earth 3. This guy is, I think, the only guy that can do Fire Death. He might make another... I don't know, probably won't. There's a ton of stuff this guy can do, so this turn he's going to be making Robe of the Sea. Just to go ahead and get that out of the way. He will next turn be able to do a Staff of Elemental Mastery if I want to. Because I think... No, we're 2 turns away from that, okay. So next turn he can do either a Skull of Fire, which I think would be pretty low impact. He can do a Flame Helmet, which would be pretty nice to have. That might be the best use of his turns. He can also do a Winged Helmet, though I think I'm going to wait. I think I'm going to save a lot of these air gems for a Robe of the Magi. I've been spending a lot, and I'm starting to fill up on Alquils. Like, almost everybody's got an Alquil now, but I'm going to keep making them. A, because I think I have a few more spots. But B, once we are filled up... if you don't know the hotkey for this, by the way, you hold shift down and you can move things around. It's super awesome for keeping your inventory organized. But yeah, making these Alquils is going to be nice. One thing, too, I noticed, this guy's casting Dark Knowledge. One of my guys got diseased, and the disease site is often a Death 3 site, so we site searched it for Death 1, but that probably means there's a Well of Pestilence here, so we'll go ahead and site search for that. We also do need to dark knowledge some other places. And actually, you know, thinking about it, we need some shamans. I don't know about... Yeah, we're going to need a couple more shamans. But we're getting Cohen right now to get my blood economy going. And I don't need a ton. I think we need enough to make some of these Armor of Souls. And I need a few of them. Because I need... Basically, I'm going to need them and Blood Thorns to make it where my Pretender doesn't need to make them, because my Pretender is going to have to make the first one. Actually, that's probably what he's going to use his next turn on, is making an Armor of Souls. Then once we get Construction 6, these guys can make... any of my Melkworts can make a Blood Thorn, and then with the Blood Thorn and an Armor of Souls, they can make Brazen Vessels. And with all those three, we can get up to Blood 6 on one of these guys, which is pretty ridiculous. So, yeah. I haven't gone and tested yet which weapon I'm going to put on them. I don't think it's going to be the Bloodthorn. Even though the Bloodthorn is super awesome, it will probably be... I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. Okay, what else? I think this guy's about to die. Just let him sit there and die. And this is my current turn, so any changes we make are going to kind of stick here. The big news is in 2 turns we are going to have Construction 6, and that is going to make our... We haven't looked at score graphs yet. That's going to make our research really just start tilting up. I mean, it's going to make this look like child's play, really. Which is good. I mean, in reality, once... We're going to be at 1,000 research in a heartbeat once we get Construction 6. And that's... 1,000 research is a pretty important milestone, because that's really when you can start getting into some of the upper research brackets. Like, once you get to 1,000, it's not as big of a deal to get up to, you know, something 7. But right now, the idea of getting up to 7 in something would be just... it'd take forever. And of course, I think we're gonna peak out at like about 2,000 research. Because our mages are expensive, we're gonna want them doing other things. But for the time being, we're going to fill everybody up with little research things, which is going to make our drain skills not matter at all. Or not matter much, I should say. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think so. We talked about storming the castle here. We're site searching a bunch of different places. We're site searching here. This guy's going to move here. We're going to site search here. Or, you know, maybe he should... Oh, yeah, he's going to go here and potentially blood hunt, because we're patrolling. Our Melkworts are great blood hunters. I think they're better bang for your buck than the Cohen. They get a ton of blood slaves, and they basically are going to be they're going to be basically guaranteed to get it every single time. The only problem is they kill a ton of population, but your Cohen kill a lot of population too, and these guys get a lot of blood slaves every time they search. So... it's a bit of a trade-off, because I think when you fail a blood search, you're still going to generate unrest. So sometimes it's really... I think, you know, all things factored in, because you got to kill the population to get rid of your unrest. These guys are about as good as Cohen. We're not going to go too crazy in blood. Once my research goes up, I really do want to get vampires to do most of my blood hunting. It's going to make me very difficult to raid. Vampires are very good against horror spam later in the game, which is definitely going to be coming from Abyssia. So having vampires in all these provinces blood hunting will be really good. Really good. Yeah, I think it's super important. Okay, I think that's about it. Now, this actually is somebody I might want to pick up too. I just don't have the money this turn. Yeah. So anyway, I think that's about it. One of the other things we're going to do is, I think... Okay. We're not going up Conjuration super soon. I think we're just going to send a nature... dude in here. We're going to forge a Shambler skin. We're going to send our first one of these guys in the water to start site searching nature. Maybe I find a fort. Nature is one of the really important things to site search underwater. Maybe I make another Thistle Mace too. And that will give me... Because right now I just have one, and I've been handing it off to different provinces where I have my Akkas in a lab, and then they're going to site search up to 3. But yeah, I think... Actually, we should research, because this is going to be one of the locations where I put it. Have we site searched all these? No, we haven't. You know what we should do? Because this guy's going to be here, but I think the other guy needs to move out. I think this guy's going to research. I think this guy's going to site search. Because I still want to site search these other provinces here for nature. I don't think I'm going to do it with the Thistle Mace right away. So maybe I could or should. I got +2 income now that I took this province back. Yeah. I think we're okay. Anyway, I think that's it for this turn. I've kind of been a little rambly, so sorry. But okay, one more thing. I just remembered. We are mixing up... So this big army, we're splitting into 2 armies, and one of them is going to come down here and patrol. I'm going to use these guys to blood hunt for a minute. The other thing... Oh, and I know I needed to do this. Don't I have another Horite dude somewhere? Okay, you're making boots of the messenger. I think we're going to let somebody else do that. I need you to do Dark Knowledge here. You're not in range. Okay, we actually can use our Amulet of the Dead. And we're going to start getting undead to break through these walls over here. But they're also going to be useful chaff. I think I'm going to need a few of these. The other thing my pretender needs to do, I've got like a list of things he needs to do. I haven't actually written it down, but he needs to make skull staffs. That's another thing, or a skull staff. So, yeah, that's probably... I think probably it's going to be Robe of the Magi, then it's going to be Armor of Souls, then it's going to be skull staffs. And about the time this guy comes out, I can put, actually rather than a Shambler skin, once construction 6 is done, we can make a water amulet or water bracelet, and then the first guy that goes underwater can probably be like water 3, nature 2, which would be nice. Okay, so I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.